are you in love with the person?
Wow.
And then ask the guy.
Wow.
Yeah,
but you see, the thing is like this day, love is enough.
Yeah.
Bravo.
That's
correct. Correct, guys.
I was just expecting this thing. I was just timing. I was waiting for this.
Because no one has ever mentioned.
Oh.
Even though he said that, even though he says that all the time,
but
yeah, I feel like there's still something.
No, okay. You know why I think our parents say that, right? Because I feel like in their like.
Are you going to talk about the love is not enough?
No, not the love is not enough. I feel like why parents disagree and why a lot of people listen to their parents. Like if like parents talk about maybe their friends that didn't listen to their parents. They feel like, okay, so my mom always says something about a girl that didn't listen to her mom and got married to an older guy, and then it ended up being for shit. So it's like they tell you these things so that when you also bring someone and then they tell you no, you reference all the things they told you about all the other people. Yeah, but they say the thing is that they feel like they don't want their children.
No, the moment I reference, then I'm comparing what I have with other people's failures.
No, but I think that most of the time parents do that because they don't want their children to suffer.
Right.
Yes.
Because they see something about a guy that they don't want, like, because they say that maybe this guy.
But when you see, you have to say it. When you say I don't like the person and you live with them like that.
They see traits of.
Yeah, they see traits of certain things
exactly.
they've
seen before, so they know where it's going to end.
So that's why sometimes when people go like, I don't want you to marry this girl, it's tough. But then
no, I prefer you tell me, oh, I don't like this person, but you know what? What the fuck? I'm not too firm. I'm saying this and that and this and that.
That's how my mom is.
I'm not too sure. Probably it's because I'm meeting the person for the first time. The person is probably being too overconfident or just messing up. Right. So you just be careful. See if this is how they really are or they are what you say they are.
You see, sometimes.
But if you tell me you don't like the person, you don't give me reasons why.
Yeah, you are in love. We are actually.
If you're blinded by love.
See, I'll be that blind by love.
It's easier said. No, it's easier said than that.
Yes.
That.
See, if you've not been in that position, then you cannot say that.
I've been in a situation when I'm in love with a person. I will let you go and I'll cry. You're supposed to be in school and then you just to see this person your mom said don't see. It's not easy. Crazy things I used to do and I'm like right now I'm like. There was this guy really like the way I always told him like I liked him and stuff like that. But catch us, I love you, not check, because I don't downplay that word. So I really like this guy. I always told him I liked him and stuff like that. And now, this guy spoke to my kid brother on phone and disrespected him. And see, if you disrespect my family, that's it. Like, it's
wow.
No, it's my.
What did you actually do?
Yeah, but then it gets to a point where everybody in your family likes them, but your parents or like say, but your dad, and he's the one that makes the final decision because say you want to go.
No. But before that disrespect came, I had seen trace of certain things, but I wanted to convince myself that, you know what, just give him time. So that thinking, I'm like, you know what?
That's different.
No, I'm just saying that I had the guts to let him go. Some people go like, oh, me man, the angel is better than the devil. What like that bullshit.
So, you see, relax.
No, you go. I like you so much, but
you see the point. You see the point you made. You see this example that you gave.
Yeah.
Right. Honestly, every single person here would have the guts to let the person go. I'm not calling you out of your career because honestly, you relax.
You answered like
I
know you say
you already saw it and then you were trying to. So then you knew.
Okay, let me
from the start.
Let me put this. No, not from the start. Listen, I saw traits of certain things, not the disrespect.
No, not the disrespect. But you still had a hint of it.
There was something off about it.
It comes from nowhere.
But
it comes from nowhere.
You know this thing where you meet someone, you never get 100%. You get part of it. Certain things you can compromise with. But the disrespect I couldn't compromise. So I said, so you get the point. I could have compromised.
So what were you waiting for before the disrespect?
I can compromise with certain things. Wait.
So
I can compromise with certain things, but I can never compromise with disrespect. Like disrespect is just off.
This was on you. Alright, this is like you didn't even get to your parents.
It didn't get to you.
So this guy actually disrespected your
mom,
brother, right? And then it just ended there. That was just that. But this is the case where let's say your mom or your pops is like, no, this is the reason why I said no. What are you going to do? Like, would you just let it go?
I'm very sure.
What if your girlfriend meets your mom outside, right? And like you know how Africans are about some things, like maybe she was supposed to open the door for her. She didn't open the door. And you didn't know that was your girlfriend. You didn't know your girlfriend and mom had already met. Right. And then your mom meets your girlfriend and is like, wait.
even mothers, okay? When you go to Asante land, it's different from when you go to Ghana house, from Ewe homes, Hausa homes. You know, we are from different backgrounds. Me, my place, old man, old woman, we don't do that. Opening doors.
At home. Yeah. So if the guy's mom sees the girl acting like that, instantly that relationship is over. Yeah. Like that.
Well, let's say in church, then pick a fight with someone. Probably you started the fight and you end the fight. And probably you were the killers and bloom, whatever. Alright. No, I just made like come home. Then you go to the house and this woman is there. Like, yeah, just turn.
So, what would you do?
Me, I don't know.
Listen to my mom. Deliverance.
No, first of all,
what would you do?
I don't know because I haven't been put in a situation. But if I put in a situation where my mom is like, I don't like the boy. Why though? Like that would be my first question. Like why?
Why?
Yeah. What don't you like about the person?
Yeah, because I feel like if you don't like someone, there should. There are instances when you don't like someone because you just don't like the person. Those I understand that because it's like I just don't like your aura, I just don't like your vibe. Right. Yeah. That's different. But then there are instances where they go like, okay, because I feel like he can't provide for you. That gets the question because maybe the guy isn't working right now. So it's like if the guy is not working, there's no reason you can give to her that he's not working. Right. Do you get it? Because I'm trying to be like, if he's not working, he can't provide for you. What maybe can
they be the baby?
No, it's not. And this happened like last
2018. No, they be
I went to my aunties, and when I went to my aunties, few of my aunties were there. My mom was there, and apparently they were discussing me. So I go to like, hey, mommy, hey, why if you're nice? Oh, okay. Hey, na you are kade. The baby go for be busy how. Na go for be na man na be the movie na go for which I go for be something. I'm like, okay. So now in my head, I'm like, okay, there's this guy I really like, and this guy doesn't have much. So
doesn't have much, or it's not working.
No, see, that's a different.
No, he's working, but he doesn't have much. But
no, there can be somebody who's working and cannot provide for you.
Exactly. At that time,
he's working all right, but he can't provide for you. How about somebody who's not working and can provide for you?
I'm looking at someone that I think I might like, but from what you're telling me, I'm like, oh, okay.
No, I mean, wait, unless maybe I don't know how this.
Actually, I don't have, but I could have probably discussed the idea with them that there's this person that I'm probably considering, but I can't at that stage. I could not.
Yeah, like I feel like
I'm too obedient to them. Like whatever they say, I'm like okay.
No, but I feel like if your parents say
whatever they say, I'm like
if your parents say something about like say tribe, if tribe is the reason for saying no.
This right. No, wait. I actually have.
Listen, because you have to be very honest about it. Because people really disqualify based on tribe.
Now, let me 100%
just say this. Yes. In Ghana, because I have Nigerian cousins, right? Half of my cousins are Nigerian. Because if say a cousin of mine is going to marry someone from Calabar, a Calabar girl. Oh no.
Calabar sports.
My cousin. No, I mean for real though. Like
that's Calabar girl. Because a lot of people see that, especially like, and if say the parents of the boy is divorced, no, you're not going to marry that boy because it means that the likelihood of you guys getting divorced is like super high. Yeah. If say the guy looks shady, what business does he do? You don't know. Nobody knows. People can go to prison at any time because it's not
what's going on.
Yeah, they're just there.
And then the
guy is driving a Rolls Royce and
like what does he do?
Your mother asks you what does he do and you work in a bank. There's no correlation between working in a bank and owning a Rolls Royce.
Apart from working in the bank, what does he do again? Like my mom should ask you,
like you get because sometimes parents say no. There are valid reasons for no, but sometimes the reasons for because when they're valid reasons, they are very valid. Right. Like think about it. When your parents says no, the valid reasons are very valid. Because if they're like their father used to be a womanizer, he might be a womanizer, and you say
100%.
Some people are like, nah, he can't be like his father.
He's the descendant.
But there are so many cases of people that abuse their children. Their children end up being abusers too. Like it's a cycle, and that's the thing. Because I think a lot of African parents don't want to continue the sort of cycle. The whole cycle.
See, and funny enough, 99.99% of what you just said is true. Like, oh, Papa, you saying, so be you saying, because like, and you know when you are giving birth to, you take maybe your mother's side, some character traits about.
Let's say a parent who, let's say a father who is an armed robber, and you're like, I so don't want to be like my father. Like, I want to be like direct opposite of him. Yeah, and you actually end up being direct opposite of him. Like, you become a very good person. You're legit. You take care of the house. Right. You are like a good man.
But that's one out of
I'm saying. So if you're going to based on that, you might probably let a good person go because of who the dad is. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but that's one out of many.
You know?
Like, you see,
so I don't really look at like what your dad does is what you're going to do. Like, I don't really look at that. But when it comes to
me, I'll just be careful about you. Because if your dad beats your mom and I'm supposed to date you.
Okay, so this strike thing, right? I think since you are saying, I actually think that since you are saying is the major thing that actually requires before you can actually date someone or take someone to your mom's. I think we need to talk about this seriously, because now I'm talking about me, like this whole thing, right? First of all, this question actually is disqualified because I'm a single parented child, right? So I actually grew up with my mom. She took care of me, like took me to school and all of that, right? Basically, like my father's he's not been around. He's never been around. Cool story. Now the thing is, there is this bond I have with my mom. Okay, that actually makes it very hard for me to disobey or say no or say go below her or above her. That now, and I'm just being honest about this. My mom is an anti-tribe kind of person, right? Now, here is the case. She has actually made me know that this kind of person or this kind of tribe is a no.
Right.
Which is her problem. It's not me. I actually love everybody. But the thing is that if your mom tells you that, you know what you are doing. I take care of myself now. Right. Okay, now I live alone, all of that. So at this point, I can actually take a lady home and then talk to her about it. If she doesn't agree, that's on her. But I believe that, you can probably talk to her, convince her. Right? Yes, make her understand. Because what she used to know, and there is the only way that you can actually just let this convince her. Okay, that is the only way, like approve or break that, disapproval. That is the only way, because these people, like, they grew up knowing all of this. Maybe it was something personal that happened to her. Like, somebody from that tribe did that. Right. And
but right now, things are changing. Okay, things are changing. Yes, I took this guy to my house. I said, Mom, I just told my mom, guess his tribe. She's like, he's fancy. I love fancy. From the way he walks. My mom, he's gone. You don't like gone. Look at how well behaved he is. Look at the way he sits down. Look at the way he dined with us. Look at the way he's acting. Look at the way he speaks. You see where you are wrong. So I proved to her that
the more things change, the more things they stay the same. Think about it. The more things change, the more you think that you see.
Well, not always.
When you try so hard to go against the grain, that's exactly who you become. Like, think about it. People that try so hard to be like, I don't want to be my dad. So anything that their dad is, they feel like.
Right now, things are even surprising me myself. Like the way people. When I came to Ghana, like I was like, Ghana for like they're dirty, like they're saying, like excuse me to say, but later on I met some few Ghans. That is me. That's how I feel because I live in Teshi Greater Estate. I pass through Teshi every time. They will come and pour water on the streets, third street. Who does that? I'm like, these people are crazy, they're nuts. But then now I met people, somebody taught me that, and you'll be an etisa, you understand? I mean, you've seen this making me having stereotype idea about them because of what I have seen. Doesn't mean they are all like that. Exactly. This guy, like, Daniel was so, I'm like, are you sure you're gone? Are you pranking me or something? He's like, I'm gone, 100% gone. Mom is gone, dad is gone. I was like, but you're so well behaved. How? Because he said, well, yes, because I'm educated. Education is part, and because my parents to tell me, sir, you see, so maybe the parents olden days no now I'm yes, sir, showing of things and then from home, character traits from home, and I was like really impressed. So I stopped having such impressions about guys. When I say guy, I'm like, oh, normal, because that guy has changed my impression about those people.
They say that Ghana people are loud, and most of my girlfriends are like super like I'm like, so where is the loudness coming from? Like, I'm so confused.
Okay, someone says that he was a wedded man, so like she's dating like a divorcee, and like the parents are against like a divorcee. I think there's like I think it's especially like if you're like a young girl, like say you're a young girl like 25, you're like dating a divorcee.
Yes, like nobody actually wants to marry someone like
because the mom would want to
that's a no.
When you like the person, it makes sense. The mom won't know. Have you ever asked him what made him divorce the wife? Like, you know what happened? Really? It could be that whatever that day. Yes. It could be that they were cheating about Obanich and it could be that
you should know. Yes.
I mean, I feel like the fact that you are married, you've already been married before, it's a no for most parents in Africa.
What if your husband died?
That's different.
My mom.
Yeah, widow.
Okay.
Yeah, widow.
That's different.
Okay, what if say or divorcing as a whole?
No, there was a divorce.
But then
divorce is a very nasty thing.
Yeah,
because it starts up. A particular guy had got a divorce. They separated before they had a divorce. So during the separation, I was talking to him and he was like, "Why even let the separation? It makes no sense." Thing is, the girl is super like cool when her parents come around. And the moment the guy's parents, when they come around, she's like super nasty to the family members, to the parents, and everything. And when let's say, they confront her about it, you know, some people confront you about like, oh, I don't know what you're saying the other day. She'd be like super rude and everything. So he's like, okay, see, I can't marry you and disrespect my parents, so we need to separate. And the separation, like court stuff, money for this, money for that. After they're not, if I said, yeah, she's taking maybe at 300 Ghana cedis, and now it's like times 10, like 3,000. Every single day, like
was she like that during or just after the marriage?
It was after the marriage.
Sometimes too. You know what?
Sometimes not just to get the guy, married them, and the moment they married,
you trap him. He's in my court. He's in my net. He's not going anywhere.
And I feel like it's wrong.
People don't like. You see, I feel like in Ghana there are like certain things that are like a no-no, a divorcee, no-no. A single parent, no.
Yeah.
A man that is too old, no. A woman that is too old, no. My mom,
it's true. Yeah, sometimes my mom was going for job interview. She says I'm her sister.
And like you're 45.
Because my dad,
like you can't be 45 and never been married. That means there's something wrong with you. Exactly. So the reason why you are not married. And for African parents, if you come and like say I'm 25 and I bring a 45-year-old, my mom will be like, no. Like, what's the reason for this?
Well, honestly, that is a. I mean, that's the general thing, but there are some homes where they'll actually encourage the lady to, because let me give you an example. One of my friends got married really young, right after school. She got married.
Okay.
And the guy that she got married to was significantly older than like her. Like I'm talking
50.
10, 15, no. 10, 15 years, right? Like it's like a big gap, right? Okay. And that marriage was encouraged by her family, right? It was encouraged by her family. So that wasn't something that they were frowned upon. Like they actually like that because one, he's older, so he's mature. Because guys, it takes some time for us to mature, right? So he's matured. He's got his own money now, so he can take care of you financially. Okay,
that was the point I actually wanted to know. Because I wanted to know if like the guy, sorry to cut you, but I actually wanted to know if the man had money.
He had, of course, he had money. That also played into, and the thing there's that even back in the day, a lot of women married guys that were significantly older than her. It's now that we actually date in our age groups. Like you see a guy 28 and he's like dating a girl who's also 28, and you're like, oh.
Sometimes you see a guy 26 back in the day, he's 29. I'm just saying, like,
a guy who's
age is just a number. It's all about the maturity and how you guys are compatible. You know, like.
Okay, it's not just a number yet, but it's getting.
No, it's just a number.
No, it's getting here because, for example, I'm not marrying a girl that's older than me. I'm attracted to older girls.
Though? Like, let's say you guys are vibing and everything.
Older women, right?
I'm not saying I'm not dating.
I've had instances where I'll vibe with a guy, we'll talk and everything, and the next thing like they get to know my age, and they're like,
if you're jumping the gun, like I'm not saying.
I had examples of things that would be frowned upon in Ghana. Gabriel Union and Dwayne Wade. If this was an African
Union, I admire them a lot. I'm not saying I want to be that, but I don't mind if it's gonna be like that.
It's not. So age is not just a number yet.
Like in Africa, it's not just a number.
And it's not even.
We even have some in Ghana.
It's about
like the girls say, "No, I say, child, I don't marry somebody. You are
not marrying a guy that's younger than you.
Yeah, because you know that like this system.
I think the guy is younger than me. How old was I?
You know what he's saying.
I was 20, he was 19. Can you imagine? A 19-year-old boy. ESHS. I'm in uni.
And when I'm walking on, I was asking how old are you?
Let's take a comment from Inkunim Senior. He says that I'll just listen to my parents and move on because there's no blessing in marriage when mom and dad
don't approve.
But I have this question, right? Supposing you've dated this person for 8 years, 6 years, 7 years.
Oh, that's a lot.
Then he's staring into my eyes.
Wait.
Oh my God.
Then your parents.
The number of sex people have and things.
No, wait. Then your parents. Your mother look at you and say.
You just have to go there.
Please let him finish his point.
No, wait. Then your mother look at you and said, okay, now, you need to go and cut this off. Like, I don't like this guy.
No, listen. Some people
Corner
go 10
it,
years and they don't even be
like
parents,
I did.
and they cut it off.
Corner it, oh, like I did.
Like, see, you like this person. How are you going to tell this person?
Okay, that's like
Me, I won't tell you. That's why I didn't tell him. My mom don't like you. No. I can't hurt his feeling. I cannot hurt my mom's feeling. I'll hide it. If it works, if it's still going on and then nothing happened and then it's getting to, I'm like, Mom, look, I'm sorry I lied to you, but we're still going out. I'll confess my sins because
your mother will say that
I disrespect.
let
Like,
me tell you something.
it hurts. I don't
your
like to
mother
hurt
is going
people's
to be
feelings.
like I'm real talk. If you hide it, your mother is going to be like, that's why she approved it.
She will smoke me. My mom will just put me on the dress. Roast me dead.
It's not a relationship you need to have. Like any relationship, I feel like if there's any relationship that you have to like really hide from your parents, especially when they said no, there's something wrong with it. Because the guy should also be able to say that if your mom, like if I'm not being able to like be open about this relationship with your mom after she said no, there's something wrong.
He didn't know. No, look, he didn't know. Okay, literally, he works. Okay, as at that time, he works. I don't want to talk about how old he was, but he was old, like old.
Wait,
not Akukra Umpacho, like a young guy, but he was old. Okay. He was 8 years older than me. Okay, 8 years. Don't ask me what my age is now, but look, he hardly comes to my house. Okay, he comes to my house just hi, what's up, and then pass by. Maybe if he's gonna pick me up, we're gonna eat, or we're going somewhere. Like, hey mom, how you doing? Are you okay? Fine. Then he just logs out, something like that. Not like come and sit down, cross his leg, eat with us. No, not that kind of relationship. Okay.
Yeah, but then
so even when he wasn't coming around,
8 years older, he should be wise.
I was like, you know what I told him? See, I don't like.
I feel like if you're 8 years older than the girl you're dating, like you should be like wiser than the girl.
Listen. But I had to lie. This is what I said. Though. I said I had to lie to my mom to go to my best friend's house. So I'm at my best friend's house. Where are you going to go? I called you. I told you I'm there.
Wait, you guys.
And my mom works late nights. You won't meet her at home.
Let me just jump on this, right? So I think we are almost about to end. So you guys should just go fast because you guys have actually said a lot. So I mean, just wait. Let me just finish this because this is really, really important. All right. So what do you think? Just yes or no. Then we just move to the next place. Then we wrap up.
Knowing myself, I'll probably listen to my mom.
Okay.
Or listen to my parents, I'll probably listen to them.
Okay.
For me, no, I'll listen to my mom 100%.
I have a small problem like how do I be in love with you for so long and just come up straight to me and say,
imagine you never met the person.
You've wasted my time, my life, my effort, my money, my waka.
How are you? Like you
probably
find a very nice
I'll
way
poison you and you die.
So basically, it's the end.
I think everybody is
actually get married, get divorced.
Okay, me.
Talk of you being
married, yes. People marry 10 years, 20, 50 years, they get divorced. That one is even more painful.
For all the years you've used me and all that.
How about marriage? Marriage. How about marriage? No, that's when you were married though. Don't do wedding. Everybody can. How did she use you? You used her too. You used her too. You used each other. Yo, what are you saying? You used each other.
You don't know the
relationship is not one-sided. You use each other.
This is very interesting. You don't know the story. You guys should come down. This is very interesting.
Full stop.
Okay, wait.
Maybe they using you. Maybe.
I think I said mine.
Yeah, you said yes.
He said no. He said
no. Yes, I said yes because like me and my mom, we are actually very cool. Like
okay,
so it'll be very. And me, I'm actually like I'm from the end. Okay, I'm from not a so good family. So yeah, I actually believe my mom in everything because not everything, but in most things because she was the only person who was there for me when I was growing up. And now that is it. So for me, I would listen to my mom for real.
I feel you.
But now it's probably going to. We would have to talk. Charlie.
Yeah. I mean,
I chaff at like shackles. I chaff at saying plain no. Like that's my thing.
Yeah.
I can't deal with just no because I feel like if you tell me just no and then that's my point. Like and then like I feel like we should have it like because you're old. old. Because if you're old enough to bring a guy to the house to kind of say that this is the guy I want to marry, I think you're old enough to actually have like a mature conversation. Right. Yeah. It's just very weird if like your parents say, don't get married, right? And then they didn't tell you why, then after they're like, oh, nah, because I used to date his father.
Okay, well.
Hey! Okay, that one, yeah, madam. I can't.
She didn't give birth to me. It's not like you guys, gave birth to me.
So let's wrap up. All right, let's wrap up. Okay, so last thoughts.
Yeah,
Joey.
Sure. Yeah, I was. There'll be a way. There should be a better way to handle this. I wouldn't agree in just breaking up like that. I don't think that would be the ideal, but at least put in some effort to find out why your parents disapprove, and if it's workable, if it's fixable, you can just try fix something. If not,
then you let go.
Think you may have to
let go.
Exit.
Even though you've been between a rock and a hard place, you still have to find your way out.
Okay, Annie.
It will be difficult though, but then I'll just ask them why. We'll talk. I'll try and convince them. If not, I'll just let it go. What else?
And cry your eyes out.
Probably they're saying something I can't
watching you
see.
people throw love under the bus like that.
It's difficult.
See, love. Which love can conquer that of your mom? Which love can conquer that of your mom?
Not a romantic. Not a romantic.
I remember. A friend of mine gave me a
not a romantic.
When I put on my status, a friend of mine commented, "Let me give you a comment."
No love.
She was like, your mom.
She was like,
greatest
when,
love.
She likes the guy, and she knows that the mom does. Both parents don't agree to the whole partnership. She's either going to elope with the guy and you'll go far away, or if the guy doesn't agree, if the guy doesn't agree for them
go
to
far away. Ghana is small.
She wasn't. Wait, but then she was like, but then again, in-laws come in, and yet if they don't like you, they'll make your life a living.
Alright,
and if people run away, shit happens. Where are you going after running away from the mother's house?
We're ending with these comments by the people that were thankful for it. So someone said that Annette, I've heard it all. Why? From Nana Jeffrey.
Wow. Okay. So we need to. Okay, so let's go.
Yeah. So again, like I said, for me, honestly, at that point, I'm actually not going to listen to my parents. Reason being, like I said, it's the question and situation is weird to me, right? Because as a young man or as a guy, I've been raised to think that you need to make the decision for yourself.
Yeah. Right.
Now, the other thing is that you've grown up with your parents. You know your parents. You know what they like. We were talking about the stuff where they tell you your friends, like their friends' children's stories, just so you know that
when you're bringing someone home, you should know the person
so you don't just bring anybody. When you're bringing somebody home, you know this is the person they will like. You get it.
So you should be picky.
So when, of course, that's the whole point of.
What if you accidentally fall in love with somebody that they don't like try wife or whatever?
You are not the one.
You already have the expectations.
I'm just saying, like,
you are not the one.
Shit happens, so life will surprise you, and you'll be so shook. You'll be like,
they try to give you
life will surprise you.
Go by.
Again, so that's what I'm saying. So you know your parents, you know what they like. So at that point in time, when I'm introducing like the lady to them, it's what they like, right? And if you say no, I'll ask you why, and I'll say I understand you, but I've made this decision. So let's all try to.
That's the big man movement.
See them.
Then after worrying the wife.
I pray that
whatever she does won't be like nice.
Alright, okay, so
then she'll cook like
Sunday
brunch.
Okay,
so what is this?
Cooking has nothing to do
with
it.
So for last thought.
Yes, no. I feel like, as I've already said, like, I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't know. I'll just be very on the fence. Because the whole, like, institution of marriage is just problematic to me in the first place. So
thank you.
Alright, okay, so
yes.
if you do you.
I really don't know, but like if I find myself in that situation, that's the only time I'll probably know what I would do. But at this moment, I'll probably say things that I might not even do then. But then again, if you tell me you don't like someone, obviously, next question, why? I'm too curious, I want to know. If the reason is good enough, I'll go like, okay, but give me some time. Let me see it for myself. Because I don't hold on to what people tell me. I feel like I'd want to see it for myself. Probably you're telling me fine, but I'm not going to take it. I'll have to see it for myself. And I'll be like, oh, okay, I need to assess. So then, yes. But then when it comes to the point where I have to let you go, I'll let you go.
Okay.
You'll have to go.
Cristobal.
Exactly what she said. You learn from your mistakes. So if you actually tell your mom, oh, let me see for myself, and then still you see what your mom was trying to tell you, then, but me, I'll listen to my mom 100%.
Okay, so a last comment from Don Garcia Efriye. He says, if I depend on myself, then my parents cannot be an obstacle. Well then.
Okay.
So, all right. So yeah, me right. So basically,
maybe if you marry and no, there will be nobody in the ceremony.
Guys.
No dad, no mom.
All right. So that's what I think. I mean, yeah, I'm actually going to listen to my mom, but I feel like at this age, right? Like we are all adults here, right? Adults, right? Yeah. So basically, she's going to understand, and you know, she's been knocking. Charlie, when are you bringing this girl? Like, when are you bringing your, you know, yeah, like what's happening? So I would have to talk to her that if you are going to do this, then it means that you really need to respect like whatever I do, right, or any decision I make. So yeah, in that case, I would listen to her, but I would talk. Yeah. So I think that is that. So thank you guys for actually, you know, watching us and then dropping in comments. We appreciate that. We come your way next week, Thursday.
Thursday.
So have a good one.
Swag. Miss Vio. Yeah, me I like it. A woman of quality knows what she wants. If you want to tidy me and do what you want.